If you're convinced that your breakup isn't the end, if you can't stand the idea of moving on, and if you're willing to do anything to get your ex back, then you really must follow the 6 rules that I'll be covering in this video, or there's a very good chance that your breakup will be permanent. I, of course, am Brad Browning, breakup coach and author of The X Factor, and I'm here on YouTube to share what I've learned from helping thousands of people like you get a second chance with their ex. So click subscribe, and check out my other breakup advice videos after this one is over. For now, let's get right into it. Rule number 1, do not let your ex see your emotions. Now, this rule can be extremely difficult to follow for 2 reasons. First, I'm sure I don't have to tell you that breakups are hard. They make you question everything in your life, your self-worth, your attractiveness, your future, and so much more. They even, mess with your sleep, your eating, your general routine. And on top of that, the one person who you'd usually turn to in a difficult situation just dumped you. And that's the other reason why this is often so difficult. We come to rely on our ex during hard times, so it's only natural to turn for them to comfort and love. It can seem impossible to hide your emotions from your ex when really all you want to do is cry in their arms. But ultimately, the reason that this is so difficult is the same reason that it's so effective. And that is that your ex expects you to be sad and heartbroken. They think that you're going to completely collapse without them and be, basically a big puddle of tears. But if you seem totally unaffected by the breakup, it's going to have a huge effect on them. It'll make you seem like a strong, confident person. And it's also going to hurt their confidence because it'll seem like the breakup was really no big deal to you. They know how much they're hurting. And yes, even if they dumped you, they are still hurting a lot. And they see you that you're totally fine. They're going to start to think that they really made a mistake. And best of all, you're going to surprise your ex. In my best-selling X Factor program, I talk a lot about how important it is to upend your ex's expectations. This means that you don't want to do what your ex is expecting you to do. Not only is this going to get them off balance and surprised, it'll also show them that you're not exactly who they thought you were, which is really what you want. The version of you they think they know is the one that they don't want. So how can you put this into practice? Well, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I recommend keeping your distance from your ex for a decent chunk of time after the breakup, and doing that is going to make this a lot easier. If and when you do talk to your ex, just try to be neutral emotionally. Don't talk about how sad you've been since the breakup, how much you miss them, things like that. Then at the same time, don't show anger towards your ex, even if you feel it, because this really is only going to drive them away. And also, don't be overly happy or cheery when you see your ex either. I know this is very tempting, especially if you really want to rub it in their face, but it's only going to come across as kind of weird to them. They can believe that you're dealing well with the breakup, but they're not going to believe that you're having the time of your life. Now, if you're wondering about how your ex feels about you and potential future relationship with you, then you need to take my free quiz at breakupbrad.com/quiz. It takes less than 5 minutes, and it answers the question, can I get my ex back? And best of all, it's completely free. So after the video, go and take it for free at breakupbrad.com/quiz. Now moving on, rule number 2 is a bit of an easier one, and that is don't talk to their friends. Now I know this may be obvious to a lot of you, but I often get coaching clients telling me that their ex wouldn't answer their calls, so they reached out to a friend or family member to see what was up with their ex. Now first off, if you're doing no contact, you should probably just go ahead and include their friends in that too. Because really, nothing good can come from you socializing with them. Because as soon as you hang up that phone, they're going to immediately run to your ex and tell them exactly what you said, and they're not going to make you look good. So there's no reason to confide in, hang out with, or talk to their friends in any way during this time apart. And that means that you definitely shouldn't date or sleep with their friends during that time either. That would be a huge mistake. Instead, reach out to your own friends and family and use them as a support system. Don't lean on them too much. It does get a bit exhausting when all your friend talks about is their ex all the time. But it's a lot better to confide in or seek support from your close friends and family than from any of your ex's friends. All right, rule number 3 is don't think of this as the end. Now, there's a reason that I refer to this period as your time apart. It's because you need to be confident if you want any hope of getting your ex back. You can't start thinking that you've lost your one chance at happiness, that you're unlovable and you're going to die alone. Remember, those are often self-fulfilling prophecies. So whether you think you can get your ex back or you think you can't get your ex back, you're going to end up being right. So think of it this way. You and the person you love are having trouble right now. You're both taking some space, and hopefully, after a little time, you're going to be able to heal and come back together. Whenever you're having doubts, come back to this idea and hold it in your mind. Obviously, there's no guarantees here, but you need to feel this confidence if you do want a second chance with your ex. And if you're struggling to feel confident about your situation, remember that I do offer ongoing one-on-one coaching. You can learn all about it and sign up today at breakupbrad.com/coaching. As soon as you go there and sign up, we can begin talking through the problem and we can find ways to make the whole process easier and faster. Again, that's breakupbrad.com/coaching to see my current availability and sign up. And rule number 4 is don't be friends with your ex. I know that it's tempting to get closeness with your ex really any way you can, but being their friend is not the answer. This is a pitfall that almost everyone falls into once in their life, and once you have, you're never going to do it again. And that's because, being friends with your ex rarely gets you closer to getting them back. It actually, hurts your chances in the vast majority of situations. See, if you stay connected with your ex in this way, you're building new memories and associations in your ex's mind. So instead of thinking of you as, this person that they loved and had a romantic relationship with, they're starting to see you as just their friend who they have, platonic fun with. And the more you do this, the less they look at you like a serious romantic option. You'll fall into the friend zone, basically. And that is, if they even believe that you really are friends. Many people will maintain a friendship with their ex that's really just a way of keeping them close and avoid the pain of the breakup, or to use them as a plan B. And if this is what your ex is doing, then not only are you never going to get back with you, they're never going to get back with you, they're also going to start to lose respect for you because it's going to be clear that you're only hanging around in hopes of winning them back. And this can come across as pathetic, really. Being friends with your ex is going to actually help them get over you. Now, I can't fully explain it all here, but luckily I made a whole video on this topic that you can find down in the description below or by clicking the little pop-up in this corner if you want to learn more about why that is. For now, let's move on to rule number 5. Get out, be social, and stay busy. Nothing can make the pain of a bad breakup suddenly disappear. Only time can really truly heal the heartache you're feeling. But there is thankfully, a way to numb the pain until you get back together with your ex. And that temporary solution is basically just to stay busy and keep yourself occupied. And I mean occupied. If there's a 10-minute block in your day tomorrow where you've got nothing planned, get your phone out, line up a coffee date with a friend just to fill that spare time. At this stage, time alone with your thoughts is really the enemy, and it's only going to make you feel worse than you already do to just sit around and ruminate about this breakup. So push yourself out of your comfort zone, by meeting new people, going on some casual dates, picking up new hobbies, and really spending as much time as you can with your friends and your family. I know this sounds so pointless, and it seems like it's not going to make any difference to getting your ex back, but I promise you, I've been a breakup coach for 14 years now, so I know for a fact that this is one of the single most powerful things you can do to get through your breakup and get a fresh start with your ex. Staying busy and being social, active, putting yourself out there, it really works. Not only to boost your confidence and keep your mind off your ex, but also even to incite a bit of jealousy or FOMO in your ex's mind. And, just to create new, interesting things that you can talk about with your ex once you do begin to reconnect and reattract them. All right, and rule number 6 is less is more. Now, yes, I know that you're here watching this video because you're looking for what to do next. You want some magical phrase or series of messages that are just going to blow your ex's mind. You want to come up with some huge romantic gesture to just win them back once and for all. But the truth is, that is completely the wrong approach. As hard as it is, you need to act slowly and methodically right now. And you need to give your ex a ton of space. Getting an ex back can be like petting a cat. You don't want to run up to them and get all up in their face, or you're just going to scare them off. So it's always better to text your ex less, to end a conversation early, to leave them wanting more. This is really the way forward here. Just slow and steady wins the race. Now, if you're wondering, how to fill this time, remember, staying busy is the best thing you can do. So don't sit on the couch and do nothing. Don't obsess over a text to send your ex. The more you can let go, the less time you spend obsessing over your ex and stressing about, whether or not they'll take you back, the more likely that it's actually going to happen. I'm not saying do nothing, just that you can't force it. And if you push too hard or move too fast, well, that's going to potentially scare them away and possibly blow your chances for good. Remember to go take my free quiz at breakupbrad.com/quiz to find out not only how likely it is that your ex will come back to you, but also see a list of personalized recommendations based on your answers as to what you should do next to maximize your chances. It takes less than 5 minutes. It's free, so give it a try at breakupbrad.com/quiz. All right, well, there it is. Those are the 6 key principles that I have my clients follow when they begin trying to win back their ex. These aren't the only steps you'll need to take, obviously, but they will help you minimize risk and maximize your chances of saving the relationship. Please like this video if you found it helpful and hit the subscribe button as well. I really appreciate it. See you soon.